Now you coach non-traditional entrepreneurs, and maybe you can speak to what's a typical conversation that you have with most people who come to you for guidance, advice, and coaching.
What do you feel like is in your way? And then probably by the second session, we start to uncover what's really in your way.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So shout out to Stephen Pressfield,
Yeah.
Right. With the idea of the resistance, capital T, capital R, and some of the other work, Seth Godin's work, as far as with Akimbo, a lot of the people that both you and I know and respect, but they were kind of forerunners of this idea of there's kind of two perspectives on coaching, I believe. The first perspective is you're essentially broken and there's some type of rejiggering, pardon my French, some kind of unfucking that you need to do.
I have a book on my shelf like Unfuck Your Brain too.
Exactly. This could be the whole shelf right here. I don't have any of the fuck books in there. I have other books about that, but the pleasurable kind, not the coaching one. Right. Tip the waitresses, try the veal, right? So it's this basic idea of saying you don't know how to help yourself. And these are the mistakes you made. I'm going to help you fix them. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people that have that approach are I'm cool with. They might be friends of mine. It's not us versus them. My coaching is a little bit different, where I believe you have the capability to make an impact in the way that you want to make an impact, how you want to serve. The challenge is that there's certain resources that you lack, or a certain mindset, reframing that needs to happen for you to realize that you're capable of it. So what I talk about when I have intro to a person I'll potentially coach is I'll explain to them that my job isn't to fix you or to add. My job is actually to take away. So I'm going to work with you to take away the blocks that are preventing you from being the best self possible. And not everyone believes this. That's why I'm kind of taking my time on it. I believe that every single person is capable of making an impact. It sounds cliche and trite, but not everyone believes that.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Some folks are like, nah, they're not going to do anything.
It seems very big and broad. Like, how can I make change on a big scale? And I think what you're eventually going to get at is you got to really go small and narrow and serve, a very tightly knit niche. And then maybe it gets big from there. But at first you got to think small.
I agree 100%. And it's about making an impact that's deep rather than wide.
Yeah, yeah.
Excuse me. That's one of the biggest challenges that I have. Not that I have, but that helping people on their journey when they end up working with me is it's saying, okay, I want to make it's either I don't trust that I can make an impact on the people that I want to serve. So that's one. Or I want to make an impact on everybody in the freaking world.
Yeah.
And I want to do it now. Both of those aren't going to get you there, because one of them reflects a lack of trust in the audience accepting you for who you are. So my focus is on non-traditional entrepreneurs, the side hustlers, the solopreneurs, what have you. It's gotten a lot wider. That slice of pie's gotten a lot wider since the pandemic began a couple years ago. But when I first started, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, getting serious about coaching, that slice was like 1%, 2%. Not everybody wanted to mess with the side hustles. A lot of people didn't know what a side hustle was. Thanks to like Chris Galenbaugh, who's a friend of mine, he did a book literally called Side Hustle. Like Marie Forleo, who I interviewed in the past, there's awesome people again that preceded me that helped to put in the zeitgeist to say side hustles are valuable. They're not just hustles. But then you have the other end again of people who want to make this huge impact. And they're so overwhelmed that they either don't know where to start, which is when they often come to me, or, which is more concerning, but they don't know this, they end up watering down their product or their idea, their brand, whatever term you want to use. They water it down so much so that it's like NBC, CBS, ABC. It's like the sitcom with the laugh track, right? It's like, oh, okay, that's great. But, with, shout out to Lucille Ball. Like that was record breaking. That was groundbreaking back then. It's like, but now you're doing it because it's safe.
Mm-hmm.
And then they end up getting frustrated and start spiraling because then they're not attracting the real people they want to get. But sometimes they don't do the work, and no disrespect to them, no judgment, but it is work. Doing the work, taking the time to saying, this is my audience.
Right.